Just bugging.
Alright, how y'all bug lovers doing out there? This is G-Man from Just Bugging. We are at the Mexican Beetle, 1995 Mexican Beetle. And yes, if you recall, this is going to be the one, excuse my mess, this is going to be the one that gets the Gen 4 CB Performance fuel injection system. So a majority of this is not going to be used. Of course, I mean, he might be getting dressed up pulleys and everything, I'm sure he is. The ACs, we're going to try to put this back on there if it fits. Might have to go downsize to a small vane pump. There's a kit out there. And then possibly changing all the tins to a more dressed up look without the heater boxes on it. So I'm going to break this down today, and it's going to be interesting. I've never dealt with one like this before, but all this wiring is going to be gone. Of course, I'm going to have another wiring harness to go with the EFI, so, and then I'll just have to wire in the AC separately. So, all right, let's get started on the Mex Beetle. Where to begin with all this wiring crap everywhere? Wow, have you ever seen so much wiring on a Beetle? No, I know I haven't. This air filter housing out of the way. Been looking forward to messing with this one. These ought to be fun for my gorilla fingers to grab. Hey, that wasn't too bad. I have never seen these plugs on a Beetle before. Seen them in other lines of work, but never on a Beetle. Come on, gorilla fingers. You can do it! It don't like me. That one's gonna have to wait till the air compressor gets out of the way. That's what you call a monkey using a monkey wrench. Cut that vacuum. Boy, that's a hard rubber line there. God, gee, almost. There we go. Finally. All right. Holy cow. I need a box for that. Look at that. That's some tough ass hose. There we go. It's turning. Ooh, that broke off. Not me. I didn't do it. Alright, as far as I'm gonna go, the rest of it should be simple for Kyle to take care of. Alright guys, got the Mex Beetle broken down. All the intakes with the fuel injectors taken off and everything. And got to take the pulley off and get this tin off. And he normally wants the distributor in it when he goes in for a rebuild, but that's for the electronic computer. So that one's not gonna be helpful for him. So, and you can see that's what came out of the motor, so hopefully we aren't going to find any corrosion on in the crank at the bottom of the inside of the casing. The water came out first and then the oil. So stay tuned for progress to be made on the Mexican Beetle that's going to get the Gen 4 EFI system put on it.
This is a Just Bugging mashup. Boom!
I'm back out here on the 74 Super Beetle, about to figure out how I'm gonna weld in these seat brackets for these custom seats. We've already finished, as you can see, the floor pairing work that would need to be done on this. And wanna get these brackets in so I can have Kyle finish putting the insulation down. And then I'm gonna open up that sunroof and replace the seals in there and the weather stripping, and then make sure that the drain tube is cleared because it doesn't completely keep all the water out, but there's supposed to be a tube that drains the water out of the roof somewhere. I have to look at the video again. It's been a while since I've opened one of those up. So that's where we're at, and then once I get the seals in the sunroof, we can get this carpet in here and get a move on in this car. It's been a little while since we've done anything on it. I've had so many jobs trying to get out of here, so I'm gonna get back on this. This car had a lot of repairs to do, so it's been here for a while, so I can make it more affordable for him, being though the amount of work he had done to the car. All right, so let me figure out what I'm gonna do to get these brackets welded on, and then I can mock it up on that side the same as this one. I've got some blocks underneath it, and it almost reaches the rails on both sides. So I'm going to tack it in there, get my boards out of there, remove the nuts that hold the bracket on, and then I will weld them in more securely. I'm going to have to extend that bracket because it's actually back here, or either maybe possibly go ahead and put the bracket all the way back. Well, see right here, if it's right here, you still have travel back and you can't go any further than this, and it will travel a good distance to go to the front, and I think that's going to be good right there. All right, well, that's where we're at with this one. This side, the brackets in, worked out really nice. I just actually took the tracking that was on that pan that I took the partial out of it, and I split the tracking in half, like a one piece of this, and then I stuck that in there because it didn't quite reach, this bracket didn't reach that. So then I did that, and so that extended that over here, so there was nothing to weld that to. And then I took these L brackets and welded them down here. So I've got this one tacked in there. And I used these. So this is 3 inches off the ground, off the floor, and this is 4. And I use these to prop up the back, and then I put these these here like this, and I put it at the exact same height and position over there. And then the tracking, when you back it up, it actually stops about 1.5 inches before this, so they're perfectly set right in the right spot. So now I'm going to get these bolts back off of this and finish welding these brackets up, and then Kyle can get in here and we can get this stuff painted and some insulation down. So getting back on the orange crush and get this thing going so we can get this out of here while we're all at home working and staying away from the coronavirus. Building bugs, not catching bugs. All right guys, I ran out of wire yesterday, and wife's supposed to bring some home. So I gotta finish this area, and then where we took the heater cable out the tube, poked a hole there, so I gotta weld that up, then I'll finish the painting over here. Kyle's gonna start putting down some insulation on the floors where he can until I finish this area. And then I found a good deal on some rear disc brakes, a whole brand new set that no one's ever put together. Calipers and shoes and all the brackets, and some nice alloy covers instead of the ones that came off, a gasket kit, proportional valve if needed, and new rotors. So Kyle took the drums off the back of it, and we're gonna have to get a new line, brake line to reach the caliper. I might tie these off. They don't have the part brake option on it, so I might see if I can strap these off somewhere, and then when he purchases the you know, maybe later in the future he wants to just leave it in gear and put some nice little colored chalk blocks out, I guess. And then maybe one day he'll run across the calipers with the option in order to purchase those, and the brackets and everything will be here, so you just swap it out and hook up the cable. It might be a different end, I don't know, I'm not sure. I've never put the rear on the back, excuse me. We'll get back when we get these going on here, the disc brake setup. Hey guys, I've got the disc brake setup going together now. I just painted this bracket, and got my O-ring and everything in there, repacked the bearings. It was a little pain in the butt, you know, I had to shave some of the aluminum off so these bolts would fit right in there. They were binding a little bit, so there we go now. And then we got our rotor here. There we go. And that looks right. And now I need my bolts for the calipers. We got all the floors done in here, and the custom seat brackets are welded in firmly. Nice, I like how everything turned out. Next I'm going to replace the sunroof seals and make sure the drain tube is cleared, and then I can get on with installing the carpet in here. And so far I got as far as I can go on the rear disc brake conversion. I need new brake lines because it doesn't come here anymore. Then there's a spacer that's missing. So this is as far as I can go right now. Still got the calipers plugged up, and This is not the option with the part brake, so I don't know if either I'm going to remove the part brake cable or tie it up. So possibly one day he wants to buy the calipers that have the part brake on it. Got a good deal on these, so I mean it's a big difference, like another $200 for the one with the part brake option. So that's where we are left off with that. And here's where we are on the brakes. I've got them all on it, so a new line here, a new rubber line there, so, and I just need the spacer to go in here and then I can put the wheels on it. So as far as the part brake, there's already a union here. Somebody has made a repair in here, so I'm thinking about taking this union off and mounting that, you know, taking some little clamps, hold down clamps, and pushing this up against here, and then mounting the button right here. I just hope you can reach it under seats. All this will come off. I'll leave the mounting there. I'm probably, you know, in case somebody wants to put it back that way, or put the part brake option calipers on the back, and then I assume that you can hook the cables up to them and be done with it. All right, so that's where I would put the line lock once I get the correct one. I finally got the spacers in. So as you last saw, I put the rear disc brake conversion on. Now I got the spacers on, so I can finally get these tires on. Get finishing the seal. It's being a pain in the ass. The engine compartment seal, got it held down with some clamps and some weather stripping on it. I'm done with the back. Removed the part brake cables. We're gonna put a like a line lock in it eventually. Now we're gonna do a headliner. So I blew out the drains for the sunroof seal, and we're gonna hold off on the carpet, and I'm gonna get everything done with the brakes and the lights hooked up, and then get a new ignition switch in it. Then I'll throw the motor in it, get it running, you know, see what I got for electrical, and then move it around back and take all the wind glass out except for the doors, and install a headliner before I do the carpet. But I got over here and I jacked it up. You know, I'm gonna put the 20.6 millimeter bore master cylinder in it, which is for all disc brakes, the correct one. And I ran into an issue. I don't know why it's that way, except maybe it needs a spacer. But I pulled one rim off. First I noticed they're 17 millimeter studs. Not that that makes a difference. It looks to me like they had too long of studs or something, and they stuck these washers and glued them to the drum or something. That's gotta be what it is, or too deep or something like that, I guess. I haven't tried it yet to see what it does, but I imagine that's why. That is crazy. So I assume that's going to be that way on the other side. What the hell? Always something. I wonder they felt funny coming out, like, and then saw epoxy coming out with them. So have to look into that a little bit more. But I'm going to go for the master right now and deal with this issue when it comes time. Oh boy, is it hot today. Hope everybody's doing well out there with their stay-at-home orders. And if you are on one, like most people are right now, I'm just going to keep bugging, just bugging. All right, well, I guess I'll go to this side and we'll all see it together. Yep, there's my thread sealer or whatever they use. Stick it to the, yep, look at there. What the hell's going on here? A little bit different calipers on the front. All right, well, I'll get that corrected. Let's get to the master. I just took the 13 millimeter bolts out for the master inside. And I've actually been able to put these in by myself. It was a little harder on the Super Beetle because it's all caddy-walked. It's not straight across like the other one. And well, I take a little block of wood, stick it under this end, and just kind of feather start a bolt, and then you're good to go. There's no boot on this. Actually looks like it was dry, but that's the wrong one for the all-wheel disc brakes. But it doesn't look like it was leaking from the shaft. But these things are only like 30 bucks. So here's the correct one, which is a larger bore. Like these are 19 millimeter bore with a plunger, and this is 20.6, which is sufficient for all-wheel disc brakes. This will get you by with just disc brakes in front and not in the rear. This will do all-wheel disc brakes. All right, that's where I've left off on this one.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more progress updates on the Mexican Engine and the 1974 Super Beetle. If you guys like this video, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and have a just buggin' of a day.